Hi. Welcome back. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for coming by. For whatever reason, you chose to click on that video, and I thank you for that. So, my name is Dreamy Pisces. My real name is Sharon, but that's my business name, and that's just what I've always called myself because I am a dreamy Pisces. Okay, you guys, real quick before I get into my topic, I find this to be very interesting. If there is anybody that come across this video and you were born on March the 20th, contact me because I want to talk to you. But so if you know anything about the Zodiac and the Zodiac wheel, the awesome unique thing, I would choose different words out of my mouth. Words are very powerful. The awesome unique thing about me being born on March the 20th is that my birthday is the last birthday on the Zodiac wheel. So you got all of the months, all of the days, and guess who is right? The last birthday, March 20th on the Zodiac wheel. Isn't that something? And as much as I try not to, allow, Zodiac and all that type of stuff to have any power over me, but I mean, I have to give it respect for how it's usually right on point. I'm like, how the freak did they get this information? How do they know to write down on March 20th, this individual will have these types of characteristics and traits? And then I look at myself and I'm like, how do they know that about me? How do they know? And so they say, where do they get the Zodiac? The Zodiac comes from constellations, the study of the stars, the shapes, and all of that stuff, all that cosmic stuff that a lot of people are not interested in because it's space, and people would rather watch Love and Hip Hop than to find out about our earth that we live in. But anyway, so the constellations, most of this information that we have came from the Greeks, right? I'm sorry, excuse me. Let me bring it back. Okay, rewind. Okay. This information was presented to us that it was from the Greeks and the different type of philosophers, our fairer skinned brothers and sisters. So, but really, we really know that all that information came from an ancient time that did have people of color, and that's where, and probably aliens and all other types of things, because if anybody looks at the hieroglyphic walls, we will see, yes, they wore a mask, but I don't think that everybody wore masks. And it's evidence of giants. So anyway, all that information was taken from that time, brought into like the Greeks, and now to this day we can read about our zodiac, we can read about astrology, and it's so fitting to who we are on our inner core. Excuse me. There must be a connection. There. But I just found it to be very interesting for the March 20th birthday, and just to give people a little idea of what that is, what a dreamy Pisces is. It's the individual is very, I consider myself as a philosopher, but I do stay in my head a lot. I'm very quiet when I'm around other groups of people. You might not even know that I'm there. I could just be sitting there. You might see me, but you're probably not going to hear me. I haven't gotten to the point where, I do a lot of big speaking out in groups, but I'm working on that because that's something that's, kind of an anxiety that I deal with, not wanting to speak in front of people. However, I can get up here in front of a camera and speak very candidly and truthfully and honestly. But if I had to say these things in front of people, I begin to get nervous. So, and my voice shakes, and it's like I just get all, I go inside of myself. I have heard words such as otherworldly, which I do agree with that about the Pisces. Definitely otherworldly. For me, I have always felt like a stranger on this planet. Like, I never really felt like I fit in really with anybody except for the animals, except for, like, as I always say, trees and grass. And people say, oh, she's so, so corny or so whatever. But it's in my heart and my soul. It is me. I am a tree. It's like I feel connected to the earth and the things of the natural realm. But just like, growing up, looking around, dealing with different people, I got picked on a lot in school, unfortunately. It was just like, I could be like the sweetest, nicest person, but people were like drawn to try to hurt me. And that's why I know that the Most High Creator had a great, great purpose for my life, because they were trying to take me out. And I'm talking about the enemy working through people, even working through children. The enemy has been trying to remove me from the spectrum since I have been as far back as I can think of. And if it wasn't people trying to get me, it was things trying to get me when I was asleep. It was things trying to get me in the dark. It was presences, is that a word? It was always a presence around me that made me very, very fearful. But as I am growing and coming into myself, even being a dreamy Pisces, I'm starting to realize that a lot of these things, they're illusions, number one. It's like boogeyman, like booga booga booga. Scary, we're scary. And so when I was little, I would, sense this evil presence like trying to get me. And it was like, it would play like parlor tricks with me as a child. I had lots of sleep disturbances and just always just never, just good, especially at home. But I'm starting to realize, as I said, as I am growing, and I feel like a flower that is just bursting forward with knowledge and beauty and peace and love and fight and fight and fight. It is not just soft love. No, it is fight. I fight and I speak about the injustices that are going on in the world because it bothers me. So I use my voice now, whereas once upon a time I was scared to. So I am thankful to the Creator for bringing me to this point. But the dreamy Pisces is many things. We are like the guppy, sweet little guppy, and then we have that shark nature. And the thing about the shark nature is when it jumps out of the water, it gets you. And you weren't expecting it and you did not see it coming. And so it hurts even worse because it's coming from such a sweetie pie, like a guppy fish, And if you're a Pisces, I know you understand what I'm saying. But ultimately, for self-growth, personal growth, not being controlled by emotions, being set free from the matrix, waking up and seeing this existence that has been built up around nature, encapsulated in technology. So think about this. Think about your life. Dreamy Pisces moment. Okay, teaching. I'm trying to, because I want to show people that so they can see, so they can wake up, so that they can take their rightful place, and so that they can help the rest of us that want to lift this world up. So if you can, try to imagine nature. It's open, it's trees, it's plentiful, it's beautiful, sunshine, everything. Water is good. We got fish to eat. The earth had everything that we needed. We had the sun. And then at night when we rested, we didn't need night lights. We had the stars. But anyway, sorry. I get passionate about this because it's like my soul. And think of buildings popping up all around the nature, popping up streets. Now the streets are being paved. Smoke is going into the air. More people, building. The world is building, it's growing, it's vast. It's no more nature. All we see is buildings and streets and stores, car lots, and the mall, grocery stores. We forgot about the nature. We forgot about the creation. We forgot about ourselves. And then you got your trees, you got your buildings all around. Here's a dome that is around you. This is a dome that is around you. That dome is artificial electricity. It is the information technology. It is the Big Brother is watching you. It is the controller. And it's a dome over you. But the awesome thing about when you start getting into knowing who you are, that right. Every time I think about it, when you know who you are, guess what you can do? You're down here on the earth with the trees. Here's the dome. Even though the dome is there. Now the dome, we really can't see it, but we experience it. I'm experiencing it right now as I'm using this telephone. But as the dome is here, once you awaken here, you go from being down here. You rise up through the buildings. You rise up through the dome. And now you're back at home. And now you're looking down at those that are still in bondage to the dome, to the buildings and the trees, and the paved roads and the stores, and the unnatural. And when you become a material girl and a material boy living in a material world of matter, your heart is geared towards the material world. So you have to fight. You have to fight to take back your mind first, because you can't do anything if you don't have your mind. If you feel like something's wrong, doggone it, I'm telling you that something is wrong. Stop saying, oh no, this can't be happening. It is happening. It's happening. It's happening. Look around. When I drive down the street, I'm like, oh, the Matrix everywhere. Everywhere. When I see the police, the Matrix, they're being paid to kill us, to murder us with a badge, with a judicial system backing them and saying it's okay with kill them. They're pumping you full of chemicals in food, water, shots, vaccines, whatever you can think. The air, they're spraying stuff in the air. They're hiking up prices to hike our blood pressure up because we don't have enough money to afford this stuff. But guess what? I'm going to leave on a positive note because I know I just gave a lot of information. But it's time now. It's time now, because those like myself that want to change the world, I want so bad for people to be healed and set free from this world. I so want that. I so desire that for other people to experience the knowing that you can rise above this garbage, but you got to do it on the inside, boy. If you take time to close your eyes, okay? You take some deep breaths. Calm yourself down. Your energy is all over the place, all the time, constantly stimulated, always like this, always like this, always. They keep you like that. But you have the power to bring it in. It's quiet in here. It's love in here. It's peace in here. It's the creator. It is the creator. The truth is in here. But they got you out here, so you're not in here, and you're not in here. Take back your power, but only you can take back your power. Bob Marley said, people don't be listening to Bob Marley. Bob Marley had answers and people ignore it. None but ourselves can free our mind. I was waiting for my mom to free my mind, my dad to free my mind. Somebody please help me. My boyfriends, please, somebody help me just to be okay with me. No. I had to get courageous and deal with myself. The hardest thing in the world, to look yourself in the mirror and deal with you and your traits and your habits that are not purposeful. They are not getting you where you need to go, where you want to go, and you know it, because I know mine didn't, but I kept doing it. I was abusing myself because I needed something or somebody or anything just set me free from it. Please no. I had to stand up inside, spiritually, mentally, and say, that's it, devil. You can't use me. The devil. I'm sorry. Inside joke. The devil. Okay. No. You're not going to use me anymore. I'm not your puppet. And I'm taking back my power because I don't like my life. That's what I said. I was tired. Like, this life sucks. If I get one more crisis to happen, I think that I very well could end up somewhere, put away somewhere, because too much pressure brings about. So either it's going to blow and you say, okay, I'm tired of this life, I'm going to change, or it's going to blow and you're going to, go somewhere else. So, but my goal was, I'm going to take control over my life and I want to do something different. I took responsibility. And then next comes self-control. And it takes a while. But we can do it. And we have to do it. And you have to do it. Like, we have to do it. Nobody can set us free but ourselves and the Creator. But the Creator is waiting. Like, Creator is like, come on, I got it. But it's like you have to get past yourself first to get connected to what's already here. But it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's love.